everybody, we are back for another curly hair tutorial. Today we are doing the Cobra Braid. This is one of my favorite braids of all time. Back in Canarsie, Brooklyn, my siblings and I, we would go to camp every summer. And one of my favorite things was arts and crafts. And we did friendship bracelets, we worked with lanyards and did various stitches, and one of them being the Cobra. So we're just gonna start with a normal ponytail. You could do this with any length hair, just as long as your hair could catch up in a ponytail, you should be okay. Now what I'm doing here is I used a brown hair tie which matched the color of her hair, but I wanted to do something a little different and use a piece of her hair to wrap around that hair tie to give it more of a seamless look. So now I'm just adding a hairpin just to keep it in place so that her hair won't unravel. I'm just gonna ask her to hold it for me while I pin it in place before getting started. Now if you notice, I'm working on wet hair. I had just shampooed, conditioned her hair. I find that working on damp or wet hair is a lot easier in terms of manipulation, because you know with curly hair, you get the bumps, you get the curls, and sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge to kind of get it to do what you want to do. So I just find it works easier, whatever works well for you. So it's already detangled. I'm just using a rat tail comb to smooth it out a little bit. I also added a little bit of coconut oil. She has leave-in conditioner in her hair, so it's really well moisturized. And I'm just gonna have her hold each side while I kind of figure out how the best way to do this thing in front of the camera. So we're gonna get started, and it's pretty simple. We take 2 strands on either side. Again, just smoothing it out. She's holding one. Now I'm gonna grab a hold of the other. So it's really that simple. That is our first stitch. So now what I'm going to be doing is alternating sides. So now we started with the left side. Now we're going to start again with the right side. So I'm going to put that piece behind the ponytail, take the left side and rope it behind that piece. And that left piece, the original left piece, is going to be threaded through from the front into that other little loop. So it just takes a little practice. I know it probably seems a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, you should be fine. Here's a closer view of it. Now we're gonna take one piece, put it behind, thread it through from the front. And you'll kind of get an idea of which side you'll need to start with. Now in this case, I'm going with the right, putting it behind, using that left piece, draping it behind, and then coming into the front and securing it through the other loop. And I'm just gonna pull, I wouldn't say too tight, but just enough where it's not gonna come apart. And you don't have to worry if you mess up, you can always start again. So again, we're gonna take a piece, put it behind, and we're gonna just thread it through that loop in the front, and we're just gonna secure it in place. Just like that. So we take the left and the right, put it behind, thread it through the front. It's that simple. And once you're done, I mean, you can go as far down as you want to, but we're just gonna stop right here. I'm gonna use a hair tie. I'm gonna secure that in place. And this is just one of those clear hair elastics. And I find that this is great for securing it. Just remember that when you're ready to remove it, just be careful how you do it. I find that just cutting it loose is a lot easier because it prevents tangles. All I'm doing here is just kind of positioning it in place and just smoothing everything out. I'm gonna do exactly what I did before. I'm gonna take a little piece of hair and then I'm going to wrap it around just to cover that band, that elastic at the bottom. I'm just doing this for a cleaner appearance. I'm just gonna slide a bobby pin just to secure it in place so it won't unravel. You could even create a bun or you can leave it hanging. It's really up to you, but it's really that simple. This is a great hairstyle for school or just for fun. If your little one has a party to go to, this is an awesome hairstyle. It keeps it out of her face so she can kind of run around and have some fun. And that's pretty much it. Your little one is good to go.